All right, what's yeah? There it goes. It's Friday night, and I'm ready to rock. Got some money in my jeans, baby, I just can't stop. Well, I'm revved up, I'm revved up. Well, I'm revved up and ready to go on. Come to me now, 'cause you're looking fine. Wanna show you off, but know that you might. Well, I'm revved up, revved up, I'm revved up. Well, I'm revved up and ready to go on. Now is the time, baby, shake that thing. Wanna dance to a band that really knows how to swing. Well, I'm revved up, revved up, I'm revved up. Well, I'm revved up and ready to go. Revved up, I'm revved up. Well, I'm revved up. Well, I'm revved up and ready to go. Revved up and ready to go. Revved up and ready to go. Wow!
Yeah.
Hey, we should do another song.
Well, let's introduce your show.
Fire.
What you got going?
Should we do a second song number 2
Why not?
and then do it?
Sure, whatever you're looking at, sir.
Aren't we live?
We are live.
Yeah.
We are live.
Dave Crimmen.
Oh, okay.
Crimmen.
Crimmen, like criminal. Like criminal. It's an
I like
Irish
it.
thing.
And that's your real last name?
Yep. It's an Irish thing. People don't understand, no.
Yeah, I know the Irish get stereotyped as criminals, but you're really good people.
Well, thank you. It's about time somebody noticed.
For the most part, I haven't met any Irish I didn't like,
Oh, that's a good thing.
so I can't. There's no racism there against the Irish there.
Well, I've never met a drinker that I didn't like either.
Yeah.
But being Irish on my mother's side, that works for me. But being Cherokee on my dad's side, the drinking thing doesn't work too well. So do you want another song right now or go into something? What do you want to do, Luke?
Yeah, well, let's get a second song in there.
All right. Been working all week, long time for having fun. You know we can't stop till we get this done. I love to watch you dance, puts me in a trance, and it won't be long till the blues are on the run. Baby, shake it up, baby, shake it up. Money's tight and times are tough. When you move, I can't get enough. Don't stop moving, baby, shake it up. Well, the bills are paid, but babe, there's nothing left to take you on the town. But I don't regret, 'cause when you whisper in my ear, tell me, baby, just stay here. She says, I know you'll get lucky, baby, place your bets. Baby, shake it up, baby, shake it up. Hey, I've got no bread, but the radio's free. You're the only thing that matters to me. Don't stop moving, baby, shake it up. Baby, shake it up. Baby, shake it up. Well, money's tight and times are tough. When you move, I just can't get enough. Don't stop moving, baby, shake it up. Don't stop grooving, baby, shake it up. Don't stop now, baby, shake it up.
That was Dave Crimmen. Like criminal,
Like criminal.
but not a criminal, right?
Not yet.
Not currently.
There's always time for that. And then we got Sienna in studio.
Hey.
You're ruling the airwaves this month.
I
Wait,
am.
wait.
Twice.
This month, 'cause you
were on this month, or was it last?
It was last month. I think it was March.
Wow.
Yeah, it was March.
You really
It's been a month.
quite an impression. And I was thinking orange. What orange really symbolizes you? I didn't realize that till you got the orange outfit on.
Outfit,
the
snacks.
What does orange mean?
It was opening day last week.
It's for the eclipse. We're it's eclipse food.
Yeah, and for the Giants.
Sure.
So this is representing the Giants. It says right here on the Urban Dictionary, orange symbolizes the Giants.
That's it.
And it
no other team.
Of course, in Ireland, it also represents the Protestants, but we're not supposed to know that.
Oh, it doesn't say the Protestants. It says it's meaning optimism and happiness.
Well, there you go.
And youthful connections. You've met a lot of youthful connections there, Sienna.
Yes, I have.
Well, me, I found it on Facebook about a year or two ago. It says, if you're over 50 and you have not grown up yet, you don't have to. So that's my motto.
Oh,
There you go then.
I thought you were gonna
There's a
mention your
cap.
youthful connection that you met on like Facebook dating or something.
No, not yet. It's another thing about being a criminal. Of course, me
Yeah,
fine Irish mother, God rest her soul, always taught us to live by the 11th commandment: don't get caught.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because that would make you not insane, I guess. Because the insane people, they like getting caught.
Well, I don't know.
They get frustrated when the police aren't catching them. They give them so many clues.
Well, I was going to high school and that Watergate thing was going on, and Mama would look at me with a straight face and say, quote, David, there's nothing wrong with President Nixon. He just got caught. She'd have a field day if she were
Was he
around
giving
now.
out clues?
I don't know. I don't pay much attention to it.
Yeah, I prefer the Reagan.
No, he got caught too. Didn't go to jail, but
everything he
got caught
did,
in
he
a few
had
things.
style, though, right? Am I? What? I mean, how would you even know Reagan?
Because I'm only 12. Are you?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Are
actually,
you pro Reagan, or you just like?
I mean, I don't know how someone can be pro him. Really. Like he's not. Well, no, I mean because he's not alive anymore.
well, I prefer to refer to him as President Reagan because most people don't know, but when he was governor of the state of California, he was Governor Reagan.
Really?
Yep.
The whole time.
And when he was an actor in Hollywood, that he was referred to as Ronald Reagan. So where it changed along the way, je ne sais pas.
So someone mispronounced it, and he's like, "I'm just rolling with it." He didn't have the fortitude to correct it.
I
and
just
that's
remember
I
being-
guess I'm Reagan from now on.
I just remember being in 7th grade, and that's when that prediction that there was going to be this huge earthquake and California was going to slide into the ocean. And for some strange reason, Governor Reagan was in Arizona that weekend at a governor's conference. He didn't even stick around here. So that just about
Like
says
Lex
it all.
Luthor, he had his property all set
Yeah,
up
exactly.
in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would he want to hang out around here?
Bro, he knew.
Well,
And then the
it-
bombs failed to go off, separating California.
It was per his wife's astrologer.
Ah.
And he was the one that, or she was the one that started the predictions about the state sliding into the ocean, which never happened. But there was a very cool song out then. Day after day, more people come to LA. Shh, don't you tell anybody, the whole place shaking away. Where can we go when there's no San Francisco? Shh, better get ready to tie up the boat at Idaho. It was a cool song. It's been a week or two.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge hit, but around here we had a good laugh about it, So all you folks in New York City, welcome to California. This is what it's like.
Sienna knows. People in New
Grew
York.
up there.
Whereabouts?
City. Well, Queens, but high school in Manhattan, so commuter.
Yeah, a fellow that played drums for me for 9 years, Mr. Salvatore Diamato from Brooklyn. Lived out here for 40 years. He still talked like Rocky. Love that man to death.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's a New York thing.
It is.
All New Yorkers have a thing about casinos and being in the mob, right?
About casinos. That's Atlantic City. We didn't get them in New York City. But the mob, yeah, definitely.
They
Mob
sound
rule,
like
mob
they
rule.
sound like New Yorkers when they talk, though, don't they?
The casino people.
Yeah,
They're
with
probably the ones that run them.
The people,
The New York
the
Mafia.
mobsters in
Yeah.
the casinos. They,
Yeah.
Well, it
They
all
probably
depends
run
on which mob. If you go back far enough, the Jews had their own mafia, the Irish had their own mafia. Why the Italians are more famous than anybody else on that level, I don't know.
Tell
More
us about
successful?
the Irish mafia.
I don't know much about it. I'm from California.
Oh.
And if I did know much about it, I wouldn't admit to it.
Well, I mean,
That's part about not getting caught.
Like
history.
Fight Club.
Yeah, I
We
don't
talk
know.
about
Well,
Fight
it's
Club.
history.
I'm like Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing. I say nothing.
Is there history?
Who
Can
knows
somebody
this?
Google the
That's,
Irish
no, that's
Mafia?
it. Who knows this? Hogan's
See
Heroes.
if there's history.
What about Hogan's Heroes,
Yeah.
right? But what were you
Classic.
asking about the mafia or
Is there an
or
Irish
the
Mafia?
IRA?
That too. Two different things.
Two different organizations, but both
Let's
worse than
see.
cigarettes for your
Lately,
heart.
I've been getting a lot of emails from the AARP.
Totally different.
And,
That's an even deadlier organization.
I'm sorry, guys.
They're taking out more and more. every
I'm
year.
68 years old. I refuse to become part of an organization whose acronym sounds like fart.
Arp.
Art.
Ain't gonna work.
Arp.
Art. Are you serious? You're 68?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
October 21st, 1955. I got here just in time for rock and roll.
There you
Oh,
go.
I got to get into music because if I die, I wanna still look good when I die.
Well, way back when I was in junior high school and high school, girls wouldn't go out with me because they thought I was in grade school. This baby face is starting to kick in now. It's a good thing now.
Paying off, baby.
Now you're finally showing your age of if you were in your 30s.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
But rock stars not famous for being well preserved as they get older, thinking Keith Richards, you know.
Actually,
But the guy's
Although
like,
Keith is looking better than Mick at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
well, Keith's like 100 something, so he's looking pretty good.
Keith's been dead for 30 years. But yeah, he looks great.
I don't know if you
compared to
guys
Mick.
listened to the latest album.
Oh, no,
Happy
he's
Diamonds?
rocking. No, he's
They're
rocking. His
yeah.
ghost is rocking.
Yeah.
His ghost is rocking. No, I mean, the man is held together with heroin and guitar cables, right? And so we know he's doing well. Mick used to look good for a lot of years, and all of a sudden he looks like a candle that's been left on the dashboard too long or
Eventually,
something,
you're
right?
gonna show your age.
You think?
We almost
It's
we all almost died today because of the rapture.
yeah. There you go.
I
'Cause
really
of
don't
what?
know how that's a tie-in with the eclipse
The
and
eclipse.
Oh,
rapture. How did that? How does that tie in? And how does any of this tie into the Bay Area?
Well, we didn't get a full eclipse, so we're left out. It doesn't.
Yeah, but everyone on my social media from the Bay Area was all talking about it. So I suppose
Just didn't want to be left out.
that's
Just try it.
that's kind of weird. Huh? People really we need to be accepted. We need to be accepted in the rapture and the eclipse.
Yeah,
and
like,
what
please,
else do
over
people-
here, don't leave us out.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's a giant swath across the country now that's just missing
I don't.
where
think
the eclipse happened.
I like how I think it was Dave. I think it was you that posted about how Jesus is going to bring back Elvis. Or something.
I stole
For
that
the
from.
eclipse?
Yeah, there was a picture of Jesus. There's a rumor going around that I'm going to show up tomorrow during the eclipse, and if y'all are good, I'll bring Elvis with me.
I appreciate that. But
I'm guessing we were not good because I haven't seen it.
that pretty much means he's coming to Earth just for like the day, and then we're still in the rapture. What was that supposed to mean?
They're just
I
come
would
down
like-
and play a set and go back.
See, this doesn't bother me at all because I've been playing bars here in San Francisco since 1974. I've been mooned a few times. So when the heavens are doing it, it's all the same to me.
I wouldn't want this to be the rapture because I mean, other than us all being here, it didn't seem like a very exciting day. You know, rapture wise, like I expect more.
This was a very anticlimactic rapture.
Yeah.
Do you want to define rapture for me and catch me up to speed on what you're talking about? Is this another new
Hey Siri,
buzzword?
what is the
Biblical.
rapture?
Oh, biblical? Oh, the world's coming to an end?
That
Please.
kind
Or
of
like,
thing.
isn't
Yeah.
it the second coming of Jesus? Or
It's used for mystical union with God for eternal life in heaven.
that's right, folks. It's your favorite segment of the show. It's Ask Suri.
Oh, check this out. Consisting of an end time event when all dead Christian believers will be resurrected and joined with Christians who are still alive. Well, I think pretty much that means that when we say end times, that is the end day. Rapture is the end day.
The end of day times is the last.
Like the last of it.
So there's a whole, to me, non-biblically based, biblically based rapture that's supposed to happen if you misinterpret Revelations and the book of Daniel. If you take it literally, which it wasn't meant to be back then, book of Daniel, which is
And
from
the
that's where, same Daniel.
I know my Bible.
Same Daniel.
Noah.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Daniel.
the theory goes that Jesus comes back and all the good people get lifted up, resurrected bodily, and all the bad people get stuck here for 7 years of tribulation.
Oh my gosh, having to work at my job still after the
Yeah.
rapture. Yeah.
So theoretically, people just vanish around you and you're left. So I think it's the Jehovah's Witnesses or something. They believe that there's a very limited number that will be raptured. It's like 144,000
reserve
people.
seating in heaven.
Yeah, and I heard a comedian say once that really they are the most altruistic religion because they're running around trying to get more people to compete with them for the few spots.
They don't really celebrate anything, though, the Jehovah's Witness. They're not allowed, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a reality-based religious show? It's like, my number's 3, dial number 3 and give me more votes. I need all my peeps out there to give me more votes for the rapture.
Yeah.
And God's going to come calling on this show, man.
So, like all these false prophets have said over the years, this is it now. Remember 2012? And there was some thing where everybody sold everything and went to the desert. And then they're like, well, now I've got nothing.
Well, false? Yeah, those are just people. Yeah.
Yeah, just saying, this is it.
This is it exciting. Now. I mean, I tell people all the time the world's going to end in 5 years. But I don't expect people to consider me like a prophet or someone that's taking a factual. I mean, I believe it. I'm not going to tell someone else to believe it.
Yeah.
I might say something to them, but hey, I mean, you got a mind. If it was the last day, when I go to the pearly gates, I think the cool thing would be to see everything. Because I forget a lot of things, and I'm not even all that old. I'm just old, and and I'm losing my mind a bit. So it'd be kind of cool to see some things I forgot. I guess there's a lot of bad things. Like, hey, you did this, you did that, but it'd be kind of cool to, as the screen is going along things I did bad, and go, oh, hey, turn it back a little bit. I want to see what happened there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that did. Oh, and do you think you get the 360 perspective so you could see what was going on behind the scenes that you weren't paying attention to?
I believe so.
That would be pretty cool.
Wait, what do you think, Dave?
As my daddy from Augusta, Georgia would say, it's mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter.
That's a good one.
He had lots of them Southernisms, and they're a lot like old Chinese proverbs. There's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of humor. It just takes you 20 years to figure them out. His favorite one, a couple of them were, boys, you go through life, always remember, no matter where you go, there you are. Or his favorite one was, boys, you go through life, always remember, you can never tell the depth of the well by the length of the handle on the pump.
By the length of that's a thinker.
That's the thing where you...
No.
It's like
the pump that you go like this.
No.
Or the gas station pump.
No. I was a freshman at SF States, and I figured it out.
Tell us.
It's anatomical.
Wait, okay, say it again now that you've said that.
You can never tell the depth of the well by the length of the handle on the pump. It's anatomical.
The depth of which well? Okay. How much is going to come out, or the depth of character of the person with the thing that you're measuring?
Your anatomy.
I think
that P word that you don't use. That's the well.
That's the handle, right?
No, that's the
well.
so
what's the handle?
The depth of the
well. That's the depth of the well. So
that's
what's the
well.
handle? Which part's the handle? The zipper?
I'm
so confused.
I'm getting this. If we're taking this too literal, then I think I get it.
There you go.
Even metaphorically, I'm lost.
Actually,
you can't tell. In other words, you can't tell how big it is by the size of the shoe. Or the hands? Because I'm doing stats.
Oh, just
I'm
like-
compiling stats on this to see if it's
just
true.
a tie-in with this. I was watching the news and so now it's your shoe size isn't how big your penis is. It's if you have it's your nose. It's your nose. They just came out with this on the
The
news.
bigger the nose,
You know
the
how-
bigger the.
You know how women say,
I don't know about
oh,
that.
I could see if he's got a big one by his shoe size. That's false.
Well,
Big
it's all false. The nose.
The nose.
That has to be
If
false
someone
because
has
I'm
a-
thinking of a couple of famous ethnic groups that this would not correlate
I'm
to.
talking about men.
Of men.
Oh.
There's
I mean-
an old joke that went to, depending on who you steal it from, is, oh, look, he has large hands. You know what big hands and big feet mean? Means big shoes and big gloves.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
so
that.
it's noses now. So
Mm.
it's fake news. We thought this whole time. So I guess Jewishes have the biggest penises, I guess. And so I guess when they say the black guys have big ones, maybe they're thinking of black Jews.
That's
Black
it.
Jews.
That is it. Yeah.
So Dave,
And on that uncomfortable note.
you prefer Dave,
That is correct.
and you've been called David and Davey, and you did not like it.
David's fine. It just seems a little formal, but it's fine. And when I was in kindergarten, I got traumatized because there was 3 of us, and the teacher thought it would be cute if one was Dave, one was David, and one was Davy. I don't look like a monkey, and that was 6 years before the monkeys. So
Hey,
Davy is
monkey.
fine when it's spoken with an Irish brogue. I are a Scottish bear. Aye, Davy, your music is fantastic, Davy. That sounds right to me then.
Yeah.
But just
Okay.
flat out Davy is like, huh?
Yeah. Well, I get what you're saying. When you're drinking, anything goes.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Well, yeah.
It seems like if you have an accent, you can get away with almost anything. Just
Exactly.
because it becomes cute or
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
No. I'm born and raised out here, Daly City.
Born in San Francisco, St. Joseph's Hospital, which is now a condominium, and raised in
St.
Broadmoor
Joseph's
Village,
condominium.
California. Broadmoor Village is right in the middle of, but not part of, Daly City. And in fact, I wrote a book on Broadmoor Village, and for the Daly City Historical Society on May 19th, we're doing a sign meet and greet, and I'll be talking about where I grew up. So
Wow.
it's on Facebook. You can find the event out there. So
Wow.
come on down and harass us. And if you buy a book, I'll signature it for you. Right now, it's a signature. Wait about 6 months. It might grow up to be an autograph, but right now, it's a signature.
So you're an accomplished musician and a published author and historian.
I prefer Arthur over author. I'm not quite sure.
You're a published
not quite
Arthur. Forget
familiar
David.
with that,
Forget
yeah.
David or Dave. He's Arthur.
Yeah, when I got volunteered to write the book by another author who writes for Arcadia, I said, Edie, I write songs. I don't write books. But,
It's all in lyric.
Yeah, exactly.
The entire history in
But
lyrics.
a buddy of mine that I grew up with said, well, you were always bragging about the fact that we lived in Broadmoor and not Daly City, so you should be the one writing this. I go, well, that's right. Okay. There's a lot of confusion as to what Broadmoor is and where Broadmoor is, because there's a lot of things called Broadmoor that aren't in Broadmoor. There's a lot of things called Colma that aren't in Colma. There's a lot of things called Daly City that aren't. Case in point, the Daly City Auto Body Shop is in Colma, but the Colma Auto Body Shop is in Daly City.
They think no one will know.
University of Phoenix isn't in Phoenix either.
It's in Scottsdale. No, I'm kidding.
Was it the one that's the scam school?
Yo.
Well,
I'm mixing it up with something.
well,
I'm
and,
sure.
Actually, I have no idea where Trump University was.
It was in his mind.
That's good. Thank you. Mine like a trap
I
to
went
scroll.
there.
It was in his
That's,
mind.
that's how I'm here. Today. So, being born and raised in these areas, and that's when you were born, and you had a lot of years in between. And now,
Yeah, it's called living.
yeah, I know. It's weird. I tried to die.
The
Before
history
it
of
didn't-
people born.
it didn't work
and
out.
raised.
And to lean up to where we're at now, what are some memories, some great memories of being out here that They're kind of lost now.
Well, Daddy was a big baseball fan. And when my brother and I were really little, he'd take us out to Candlestick and we'd watch the Giants back in the day when Willie Mays and Willie McCovey and Philippe and Matty and Jesus Alou were on the team. And there was one time we were playing the Dodgers and Sandy Koufax, the Dodgers pitcher, hit one of only 2 home runs in his entire career. And I was about 8 years old. And I remember saying, Daddy, isn't that a Dodger? Yeah, boy. Daddy, isn't that a home run? Yeah, boy. Daddy, isn't that the pitcher that hit that? He looked at me and said, shut up, boy. Here's another bag of peanuts. Thank you, Daddy.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Hank Sauer.
Well, we've only got an hour here, so I can't mention them all.
Played for the Giants.
Now, you realize, of course, that Frank Sinatra did once tell Tommy Lasorda that he was a big fan of the San Francisco Giants. And Lasorda was shocked, and he asked, well, why? And Sinatra pulled out a hat and said, because they have the same initials on their hat as my name. I think that's hysterical.
Reversed.
Yeah, but still, they're there.
Dyslexic.
Well, or Irish.
Yeah, facts. I like Frank. He seemed like, I wish I got a chance to meet the guy. Seemed like a good guy.
Well, he certainly was way ahead of the time insofar as coming out in the late 40s and fighting for equal rights way before there were Black Lives Matter and Martin Luther King, and he caught a lot of grief for that. He was always pro anti-Semitism. I mean, he was, helping Sammy Davis Jr. out. There were lots of times when in Las Vegas they wouldn't allow Sammy Davis to perform, and Sinatra said, if you don't let Sam perform, I don't perform.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was really way ahead of his time on that.
Seems like a good guy, but also someone not to mess with. Which that's why I think we were talking about last week. I think a lot of good guys have a darkness to them.
We all do. We all have a dark side. We all have a light side. It's just a matter of choices. Which side do you want to run? And it varies from time to time, situation to situation, and you do the best you can with what you got. Yeah. But we all have a dark side. We all have a light side. So it helps me to stay out of judgment of others. When I see them running in the dark energy, it's like, I've done that. So I better sit back and not point fingers, because you're really pointing them at yourself. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to sound like I was doing a sermon here.
I'm thinking there are probably some things you haven't done that you wouldn't have that same anecdote for. Well, I'm hoping
there's
you
a
haven't
difference
done every dark
between being evil, I think. Is what I mean.
He said running dark, not
dark and bloody and slashing.
Yeah, or whatever. I mean, that can bring a lot of connotations, but darkness is actually a good thing, because in some ways you need to be able to reflect. If you didn't have a reference point,
that's correct.
Well, you have to have. You can't have lightness without dark, and
that's
vice
correct.
versa.
That's correct.
Well,
but it shouldn't be to the point of where it's hurting others or hurting yourself, or whatever is the
now you got it.
Because I know some people they always try to stay neutral, and I don't feel like they're doing anything good for anybody. Because if you're always neutral, what do you stand for?
Like Switzerland during World War II, I guess, didn't help much.
Yeah, they were like, take my guns. Take my chocolates. Here's my moccasins.
Of course, then again, nobody messed with them because they had everybody's money.
Wait, yeah, we're talking about Switzerland. They are the number one economy, aren't they?
Well, they
up
maybe
all
not
watches.
Maybe not recently, but
knives.
Up until that point, World War I, World War II, with the international banks, they were the ones really calling the show. So that's why they never got involved. Plus, strategically, they're on top of the Alps. So if you were going to physically try and attack them or conquer them, a lot of my family served in the military. It's a very tough situation. So they just said, we are neutral. And if you want to keep spending your money, don't mess with us.
They remind me of, I guess, polygamists in Utah, where they had a fight because the polygamists were on the top of the hill, and police had to fight them from below the hill.
Well, now
But they made Ricola, those cough drops.
I mean, Ricola.
And for the record, polygamy has been outlawed in Utah for over 100 years now. So that's a stereotype.
Did they ever bring it back, or it's always
Just the FLDS on their own is doing it. It's not legal.
It's not legal.
Not legal, but the
IRS
don't
shut them
care.
down because you can only declare one wife on your taxes. What they found out was people were declaring 15 wives and 3,502 kids. Can't do that.
polygamy was just a tax scheme. That was it.
A lot of them, and a lot of them was a male dominant Anglo-Saxon thing. I don't want to use the word white, but
no. So me and Sienna, I have for a while not identified with the white.
And I have mistakenly.
But now
apparently.
You took it away, right?
Well, what happened was I was raised white. I thought I was white. And then like about, I don't know what, 10 years or so or whatever, I was at a bar in Manhattan in the Village talking to an Ecuadorian bartender. And he says to me, and I forget why, but he goes, "Girl, this ain't white." And I'm like, if you want to know what ethnicity you are, ask an Ecuadorian bartender. That's how you find things out. So and
Forget 21andMe and
exactly.
Ancestry. Just go to this bar.
So as a Middle Eastern Jew, we checked white. That was the only box we had. And growing up in New York, everybody was a shade of brown, and America's a white country. So I thought, this is what white looks like, because that's what we're told. So now I am officially no longer white because the census has added Middle Eastern and North African as a category. Remember when they pulled out Hispanic? I don't know if you remember, but it was white, and then Hispanic people got white. There's white non-Hispanic and Hispanic, and then they pulled out Pacific Islander. So now Middle Eastern and North African is a pullout, and I am no longer white officially.
Congratulations.
Why, thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm not rocking the privilege I thought I had.
Only wife from behind.
yeah, my wife is a shiksa, which means she's Jewish, but she's not a Jew. I love stuff like that.
That shiksa is just not Jew.
Shiksa,
Not born Jewish.
Well,
not
and you
Jewish.
have to be.
Shiksa-
It's almost like you have to be knighted a shiksa by a Jew.
Shiksa means her father was Jewish, but her mother was not. If it was the other way around, she would technically be Jewish.
They
That's
did
kinda
update the laws, though.
Did
now.
they?
Yeah, because well, not the Orthodoxy. They would not
Yeah.
accept that, but
Yeah.
anyone but Orthodoxy would accept it.
That's kind of like, I was never practicing, but I was baptized Catholic, but I'm not really Catholic because, number one, Holy Angels Church in Colma would not baptize me because my parents were not married in the church. And so one of my sisters was put in charge of they have all these rules. So they wouldn't baptize me because my parents weren't married in the church. So my second oldest sister, Phyllis, who's technically my godmother, because there was nobody else around in 1955, was put in charge. She found an Air Force colonel who was a priest who was coming through who agreed to baptize me, but it was on Saturday. So for years, my sister was catching hell from my mom. My son is a Jew. You had him baptized on a Saturday. He's a Jew. This went on for 20 years. It's
Doesn't know how it works.
Well, wait, hang on a second. Hang on. So years go by, and Phyllis, my sister, and her youngest boy, Leo, who's a deacon in the church, they come over.
Deeper.
Mom starts in again. My son is a Jew, and Leo's a very soft-spoken guy. He says, well, Grandma, I've heard you say that for years, and I actually looked it up. And the Catholic Church really does have baptisms on Saturday, and it's an old tradition that's saved for royalty. And I looked at my mom. I go, royalty? Kind of makes you want to treat me with a little more respect, huh, Ma? Royalty? I go, after all, you name me after the most famous Jew in the world, King David. All right, already, the second most famous Jew in the world. But the other one, they named Christianity after. He's not really a Jew. He's a Jew by proxy. So I'm not really Catholic. My wife isn't really Jew, and we aren't really here. we're on an astral plane somewhere.
Pretty much.
I hear you. The rapture.
I'm just fascinated by a grandmother that would think, I'm in Israel determining citizenship. You were baptized Catholic, but on a Saturday, come, you're ours. You're ours. What is up with this woman?
I just love all these first and second chakra perspectives that put all these rules and regulations. Like, really? That's like, I was trying to get the band, this is years ago, a gig at Ireland's 32 out on Gary Street.
Yeah.
And this is back in the days when you brought in a cassette tape. It's been a week or two. So I'm sitting there having a pint with Brendan, the owner, and he looks at me and says, right, you're hired. I go, you've not even heard the tape yet. He says, you have the map of Ireland on your face, you're hired. So I look over his shoulder at the mirror. I go, really? Could you do me a favor? He says, what? I says, could you tell me where Dublin is? It's your turn.
So the Catholic thing.
Seen the map, so
there you go. So I became Catholic on my own as an adult, of my own accord.
I know.
No one was making me. So I became Catholic. Got baptized. Baptized Catholic. I married a cradle Catholic. We gave birth to 2 children. I did. He had almost no part in it, really.
Yeah. He had a small donation.
Yeah.
And that was about it. And we baptized them and raised them confirmed Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
I am reclaiming my Judaism, and it turns out not only am I still a Jew, my son is a Jew and can do his birthright trip.
Yeah.
Even though he was born Catholic, baptized and raised, and did not have a bris nor the thing that accompanies it, nor does he have to, because you cannot baptize the Jew away. You cannot do anything to undo the Jew.
There's a song.
I am a Jew. Yeah. You cannot undo the Jew. And you also can't take the New York out of the girl either.
Guy that played piano for me for about 16 years, Harry, he was Jewish. And we were auditioning a drummer one time. And I said, I got to warn you, this drummer that's coming is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which means he's either Southern Baptist or Southern Methodist. And he looked at me and laughed and said, wonderful, another form of guilt. Because we went back and forth between Jewish guilt and Catholic guilt and the shaming and
it's all of the guilt.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, I go to find out if I had to do anything to reclaim my Judaism. No. So are they going to take a Catholic that was baptized Catholic on a Saturday and say, yeah, you're a Jew? No. The baptism counts for nothing. And then I become Catholic. I learned about the birth of Jesus. Santa was not part of that story. And I was like, wait, I missed out on this all these years for nothing? That was just a secular commercial shopping trip. And so my poor kids, I got to tell you this story. So I raised them to celebrate the birth of Christ on Christmas. And in honor of that, we would each exchange one present. There's no Santa. I would tell them St. Nicholas was a very good man. He's a saint. He gave out presents. But the only person that is still alive in this whole story is Jesus, not Santa, right? So my son, who is hilarious, brilliant, and very stoic, I take him to get his hair cut when he was like 2.5, little baby, sitting at the barber's chair right before Christmas.
They got the
like this.
Animal chairs.
He's just sitting here. No, it was a man's adult barber shop. He's just sitting here next to all these old men. And one of them looks at him and says, so are you excited for Christmas? Or are you excited for Santa? And my son does this. Santa Claus is dead.
Really believes in Jesus Christ, though.
Because I told him, St. Nicholas is a man that died. Santa Claus is dead.
There's a good things about, I just realized, because we're talking about Jews, how this cracker tastes like the matzo, but
it looks like
Mexican.
matzah.
So it's
Mexican matzah.
Hispanic at least. But Jesus Christ is important. But the most important. So as long as he believes in that, I just remember Santa can be important too, because I remember opening up my bag of gifts, big bag. I thought from Santa because I'm a kid, and it was like when you see the movies, he's got that bag he's putting in the sleigh. It would look just like that. I had no idea from opening all that the guy next door was murdering his family. Because I was just so excited that I was opening these gifts, and because that and Santa in my head, it's just it's such a distraction from the screens and all the police lights out there, and no idea.
I think we need to back up a few steps in this story.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I missed something. I turned around. And
Oh,
turned
you
on the
missed
fan.
you missed nothing because he didn't give us any context.
Positive things are a deflection of negative things. I was oh, Santa brought me a bag of toys. And,
So one
and
Christmas
screaming,
morning when
yelling,
he
bang,
was
bang,
little,
and police and totally, I don't even know that's going on because I got my bag of toys. You know, I got.
so the moral
so
here
happy,
is,
you know?
so as a child, one day on Christmas, you got a bag of toys, and at the same moment in the next apartment, people were being murdered.
Yeah.
And you, from then on, associate Christmas with with blissful oblivion.
Positivity.
Excellent.
Yeah, positivity.
Oh my
So, Dave, being from out here,
Segue.
have you ever heard of KFRC?
You know, one of my favorite stories about growing up here when I was this actually happened when I was a freshman at Westmore High School in Daly City.
And then let's get into a song.
Dr. Don Rose was one of my favorite disc jockeys. And Dr. Don got into a lot of trouble in 1969 for saying this joke on the air. Now, I'll preface this joke by saying I have 3 older sisters. I know this to be true. But on air, Dr. Don said, quote, "If you think women aren't explosive, try dropping one."
Wow.
I think that's hysterical. He got into a lot of trouble and had to apologize on the radio. And yes, I was raised on KYA radio with Emperor Gene Nelson.
Okay.
Yeah, and KDIA Lucky 13 when Sylvester Sly of Sly and the Family Stone was a disc jockey on KDIA. And before the Family Stone became a signed band to Epic Records, they used to rehearse in the apartments over by Broadmoor Village. So yeah, I've been here for a while.
You got another song for us.
Why don't we play one of mine right now,
And then I think we'll have.
we're trying to light the place on fire here, guys.
Yeah, we'll play. Play one of yours.
Yeah, the
Okay.
recordings, yeah.
Or I'll turn off the fan for one.
There
That
you
might
go.
help.
He wants to get one of the audio songs going.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Which one are we playing? We're playing one of them.
This is one of mine that it's called "Come On." It was a single that came out last year, and I'm proud to say it's got the Jordanaires singing backup on it.
All right, well, here we go.
Well, you're looking mighty fine, baby. It's plain to see that I could go for you, and I know you could go for me. Well, a girl like you is just what I need. Been in jail too long, and my heart needs to be free. Come on. Come on, stop living in the past. Yesterday's gone. Come on, it'll feel so right. Can't be wrong. Come on, baby, come on. You've been left behind, and I've been cast aside too. We could cry forever, but this is what I'd rather do. Pick up the pieces of our broken hearts. Make time for us, baby. Time to make a new start. Come on. Stop living in the past. Yesterday's gone. Come on. It'll feel so right. Can't be wrong. Come on. Baby, come on. Baby, this could be a chance to let go of our pain, start again, find a new romance. Well, you're looking mighty fine, baby. It's plain to see that I could go for you, and I know you could go for me.
Okay, Luke, going.
Blow it.
Well, a girl like you is just
Blow
what
your-
I
blow out your
need.
cake,
Been in
okay.
jail too long. My
Luke, go
heart
ahead.
needs to be free. Come on, come on. Stop living in the past.
Go.
Yesterday's gone. Come on, come on.
That's his song. We'll do it right afterwards. So if you still have his going for about 10 more seconds.
Come on, baby, come on.
Get that
Baby,
in.
come on.
Okay.
Baby, come on.
Okay, where's mobile? Okay, we're back in studio.
I had you muted. Do it again.
Just me?
No, I
All
had
of us?
all of our mics muted.
All
Everybody
right.
listening to him. So
Everybody.
we
Here we
blew out the candles, but
Blew out the candles, so.
All right, so we're gonna sing.
okay.
You did.
You did. Okay, blow it because I had your mic muted. Go ahead, sir.
Happy birthday.
Day to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Luke,
My
and
dad
all
and
the
my
rest of
sister.
the April people. Happy birthday to you.
There we go.
And many more.
Freebies. You get your
Woo!
freebies. Okay, there you go. Right on. So we're gonna have cupcakes.
Vegan cupcakes.
You
Vegan.
will not taste the difference. They are delish. What you would taste differently is that they're actually good.
They used to serve vegan cupcakes at
And I
Mutiny
want
when
to
it was
tell
a coffee
everybody,
shop.
go online and Google your birthday freebies. A month ahead, if you haven't ever done it before, plan in advance. It's exciting when your time comes. You get all
When
these
your
things
time
coming
comes.
through your emails, and then it's even better probably as you get older and you get your senior deals and your birthday freebies. I had Red Robin the other day. That was great.
So I was gonna say I didn't get my Red Robin, I didn't get my Round Table, and I didn't get my Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros?
There's a Dutch Bros freebie.
They even give you a half birthday, like half 6 months away from your birthday. They give you,
You get
half
half a
price on
drink, just half a cup.
half a cup. It's
Half a
literally
cup.
sawed right,
Where's the nearest Dutch Bros?
right next to my house.
Which is not here.
Oh,
is
you're
not
talking
here.
about in the valley.
Yes, sir.
Ah. Okay, help yourself, guys. They are really
Ooh.
good. They're insanely good.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're the new sponsors of Sienna's new show. She's in a
I'm not going to tell you who it is, but you guys, if you want to plug, just throw some money toward this podcast.
We'll give you a
There we
hint.
go.
Your name starts with an A. Ooh, and I'll take the A.
Take
Wait,
the
it's an actual
A.
place, though.
It's a company. I did not bake them. I bought them.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
I bought them somewhere that I am hiding the name because they are not a sponsor. But he has no sponsor. Guys,
911, what's
guys.
your emergency? I've eaten a
Abe's vegan
So you could throw it on
cupcakes.
you could throw the whole,
School
box
friendly.
around.
They've got.
It's not littering.
It's not littering at all. This will.
disintegrates.
Yeah. So we've got no milk, nuts, eggs, soy, or
Oh,
kidding.
hell, really?
No kidding. It is a very serious box of cupcakes.
I tasted
There will be
the wax.
no joke from the candle.
And the
That's from the
wax,
candle. It melted.
I literally
We took too
a bite of
long.
Wax.
We took too long to sing. So.
And it was good.
It was delicious.
That's how you know something.
It was vegan wax.
Wow. Actually,
You wouldn't know the
I
difference.
actually don't think the wax is vegan.
You wouldn't know the difference in this wax. I can't tell the difference between this wax and vegan wax.
I mean, I guess it would have to not be beeswax
This is
to
good.
be
It's
vegan,
hella chocolate.
right?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I feel just like how I feel with the other ones. It's like, oh man, I can only eat so many of these.
Yeah, this is not. Ooh, Dana, the pretty woman hiding on the couch. She gets some.
That's
She
right.
actually doesn't have AirPods in it. That's why
Do you
I
have?
like it. she doesn't know how, like,
Mm.
actually, no, it's not junk. It's vegan.
Well, just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. It's definitely full of carbs, fat, and sugar.
So Dave, we got plenty more freebies to go. I hope you've signed up for your freebies for your birthday month.
Well, I've got 6 months, so I got time to register.
So, like next Thursday, I'm going go karting with my friend Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
You could go free go karting, free Benihana's, free Red Robin, all kinds of places. Sizzler,
Free Benihanas.
I mean,
Where do they have one?
Paul's
Where's the
giving out free
Benihana?
studio time.
That's right. I'm giving out free studio time thanks to Luke's generous donation to all these artists that need to record.
He will be paying.
He's going to be paying.
Luke's
for
gonna
it,
pay for it.
one way or another. I'm going to put a little duster in his hand and make him dress up like a French maid, and we'll get this going.
What is it with you and all of these? Want me to dress up in women's outfits?
That's not going to happen.
It's like Halloween all year long, you know.
I love how Dana, she says, "You're never gonna get it."
No,
I've been trying for years. You're never
I
gonna get it.
I tried it once and I looked horrible in a dress. Which reminds me, Sienna, you've been doing a lot of dating. Would you ever go out with?
I used to do a lot of dating. I used to, but I've run out of people.
Would you go out
To
with
date?
a cross dresser?
In what regard?
Like date.
In what regard are they a cross dresser?
Oh,
Like
they
on
all
a
dress on
daily
daily.
basis, or I mean, it depends on the person.
Oh.
If they're a good match personality wise and values and all the other things that I look for, dress as long as it's cute. I mean, if it's the wrong color, to heck with that. You have bad taste. Like,
yeah,
why would I
see
want
the
to
way you dress.
deal
You
with
gotta
that?
Have someone that
It's got to
knows
it's got to
how
go
dress.
with your skin, you know.
Especially if you're a cross dresser. Yeah, if you're gonna go out with some, if you're gonna go out with a cross dresser, you want someone that you're like, they have to have good fashion
Yeah,
because
you
you
gotta have some fashion sense.
you're calling yourself a cross dresser. You need to look good. You're
Do they,
top.
is
Are
that
we
a
doing
word
the
they
drinking-
still use?
I was wondering if we're playing a drinking game, and every time he says cross-dresser, if I'm supposed to take a drink.
You're just supposed to take a drink.
Oh, okay,
just
cool.
all
Coffee,
the whole
where's
time.
it?
cross dresser because of all the pain they had to endure carrying the cross. No. So
That's
Dave,
not.
hey, I like your music. You bring me back to the old times. So what do you think about the music nowadays?
I think there's a lot of fantastic artists out right now.
Mainstream wise?
I'd say Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus. I'm a big fan of Bruno Mars. I think they're all great performers and great songwriters, and it's a sad statement to say, but a lot of kids I went to high school with, graduated in 1974. It's been a week or two, are starting to sound like our parents, and like there's nothing good out there. No, there's a lot of good folks out there.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. When certain people, I think kind of like the people you're mentioning, a little older, we're well, like even my age, sometimes I'll trash certain music that's nowadays, and people will say, "Oh, you're really showing your age and how old you are." But it's fair to say there's some that just don't have the talent.
Well, there's always going to be that. There's always, as Mick Jagger would say, it's rock and roll. There's always going to be good-looking guys with woefully haircuts,
Yeah, they got
which
that,
like
yeah.
Frankie Avalon, and Frankie Avalon can sing. I shouldn't be putting
Some
him
people
down.
say the Taylor Swift doesn't have a good voice. Would you say that's false?
Yeah, I think she's good.
You heard
has
it
good
here.
I think
You heard it here.
I think anybody who would perform for their fans for 2.5 hours in a downpouring rain has got a capital G for guts. I mean, she is committed to her art, her fans. She has done some incredibly good things. I mean, when she came through on this last tour, every town she stopped at got a donation to the local food banks. And I believe it was the Bay Area Food Bank that said they could feed, I don't know, some incredibly large number of people for a year. They got so much money
Wow.
from Taylor Swift. So I don't care what people are saying bad about her. I just don't see the evidence of it.
No, I
Now-
respect her. She has a voice and
Yeah.
she writes her own music.
Yeah.
It's different from the art, and I'm not going to name names because she did have a breakdown, and I don't want to trigger her.
Yeah.
But no,
She quit.
Britney Spears, Lizzo. I did not hear about
She
that.
quit music.
But
No,
like
she
people
quit,
who
she quit interaction on certain
Oh,
types of social media.
that-
She
She
came
quit
out on her
social media.
I can
Instagram
respect
page.
that then.
She came out on her Instagram page and clarified that.
no,
She
she's
just wanted
Lizzo has a voice.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
when I started
some
playing
people
that
are
flute,
just
she was
put
great.
there by a marketing company to
Mm-hmm.
lip sync songs or sing words that were written for them by somebody else, and they're But I don't think Taylor Swift is that.
No.
Someone does need to grab Britney and just mold her, right? She needs-
Someone needs to
I
mold her.
think she needs a little darkness.
She hasn't been
Like,
handled
she really
enough.
needs to
Oh.
get
You-
it out there.
You sound like her father.
Oh, don't.
Dude.
No.
She doesn't need to be molded.
Now I know
Britney
that's
Spears
a bad
knows
thing.
Britney Spears knows exactly what she's doing. She's doing a great marketing job. I love that last record she did with Elton John, which was, a top 10 single only a few months ago.
I did not know about that.
Me neither.
She's rocking. Has she had some tough times? Yeah, she has. We all do. But she's showing us all she can rise. You can rise above it. It's your
Mhm.
choice.
Britney Spears is a great example of how, my dad was never around versus a dad that is around. And sometimes
Two around.
it's better to have not around, right? I mean, come on. The guy's that's how I took what you said as an insult because her dad is not a good guy. Right? He's giving
I
you-
don't
hard
know
to
her
say.
dad.
Giving her
That's
money.
now. Wait a minute. That's a tough one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know her dad. I don't know her, but I
Mhm.
know that she was really a mess and publicly so. And I think the original intention of her father was to step in and be a father and take some responsibility. Did the pendulum swing a little too far with empowerment? Yeah, it kind of looks like
Yeah.
that. But does that make her dad a bad person? I don't think so.
No,
I don't
actually,
know.
Yeah.
I don't fairly know either. Can we get Paul? Can you get hold of this guy?
Yeah, get a hold of Britney
Oh,
Spears'
Joe.
dad right
yeah,
now
I'm
and get
doing
him
that
on.
right now. For you.
I mean,
I
what
mean, fair
was Britney Spears' dad on a level of Brian Wilson's father or of Michael Jackson's
right.
father? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I could
You know.
definitely
Or
say from
Macaulay
Michael
Culkin.
Jackson.
Yeah.
I guess he had an
There
issue.
you go.
Yeah. Yeah, the impression I got from just the bit of public coverage
Very
we've
good.
heard is that he was named a conservator when she needed one.
Yeah.
But then it went on too long, and
Right.
who knows? Did he get power hungry? Did she need it? There's no way to know it in their
And
personal
a
situation.
lot of it is blown out of proportion. No offense to anybody, but this makes for good copy. It sells lots of copies of the National Enquirer, which in turn sells lots of singles and lots of albums. Controversy sells product. It always has. It always will. Oh my God! The Rolling Stones, Keith and Mick have finally had it with each other. This is the last tour. This is the last album. Go out and spend your money. They've been milking that since 1969.
Yeah, you go way back. That's what makes me go even past the Britney. Is I realize it's a shame we're okay. That's the problem with I think this generation now. Okay, maybe you could go on. We're judging the people's music taste too much, but then how about how this generation trashes our legends of back in the day? They're even trashing the Elvis now. How you gonna do this? How you gonna do that?
You know, when I was in high school, I was trashing Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. It's a
Whoa,
first
Frank
chakra.
Sinatra, Okay.
They weren't rock and roll. And Sinatra, the great person that he is, was very outspoken about us heathen rock and rollers, referring to us as cretins, which is German for subhuman. You know, so he had his
know what it
opinions.
meant.
Nat King Cole was another one that was very anti-rock and roll. He actually was performing a song at the Sands Hotel entitled "Mr. Cole Will Not Rock and Roll." So we were trashing them when we were
Wow.
kids. This is just something that's generational. It goes on. When they grow up and see a bigger picture, they might embrace them, they might not. I don't know, but I'm going to be the last one to sit here and put down somebody because of their youth or their age. I think it's about having an open mind to everything that's
I
going
guess just
on.
with everything out there, there's gonna be just a lot of hate and love, I guess, because of how everything is just, you snap your fingers.
There's going to be a lot of drama, and I am not a huge Donald Trump fan, but when he points out fake news, we've had fake news since day one. I mean, the Spanish-American War was started on fake news.
Well, I think the difference is today's kids are just very quick with their comebacks.
Yeah.
They've got the one-line comeback down.
Well,
I think they're just more hurtful.
Well, big fan of kids.
Plus on social media, there's no responsibility or recourse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people shooting their mouths off, shooting from the hip without thinking about what they're saying, and they're thinking they're getting away with it. And at this point in time, perhaps they aren't.
Yeah, they're just.
You have the
Sorry
kids
about
there?
that.
Oh, God, no. I want all the presents under the tree. Thank you very much.
This is a good question.
Well, now you got to
then.
understand here.
Okay.
I'm the baby of the family. I'm the youngest. There's 5 of us, and my eldest sister Arlene is 21 years older than me. My sister Phyllis is 19 years older than me. So in 8 years, there was 8 boys. My big brother, myself, my 2 eldest sisters each got married and had 3 boys each. So in 8 years, there was a new boy. My oldest nephew is a year and 2 weeks younger than me. Well, it's not horrible. It is what it is. But at that point, whenever my sisters would come over to the house and visit Mama, I got put in the backyard with my nephews. And at the ripe old age of 6, 8, and 11 years old, I figured out kids are fine. Kids are great. Kids are a responsibility. I am going to be in a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
That's just me. That's for me.
I am so grateful for guys that know they should never be fathers. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for knowing
Well,
that
and
sticking to it.
And every ex-girlfriend of mine every
ex-girlfriend
of mine in the world said, "Oh, you'd make such a great father."
Right,
and that's why they're ex-girlfriends.
What were they thinking?
I like kids in the way that if I see, I'll protect kids. I don't really care like that. There's kids out there, but I mean, I'll protect them as I don't want someone messing with kids. But I really don't understand why people want kids. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. I know, like back in the day, like watching Leave It to Beaver and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I go, that seemed all right to have kids, but nowadays, you're on
well,
crack?
for me, I've always been very complimented. I was joking about my ex-girlfriends when they thought I'd make a good father. That was a compliment, and I think I would have been if that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. But I knew at a very early age that I can do this, but that's, as my Native American forefathers would say, that's not part of my earth walk this time around. I've got a different karma that I'm working out in this lifetime. So
they mean it as a compliment,
yeah.
They mean that you would be a good father, not that you should be one.
As a compliment or as a persuasive bid?
I think honestly, it was a compliment from a lot of folks.
That's nice.
Because I know I'd be a good dad. I had kids for a few years, so I know I'd be a good dad.
What'd you do with them?
Oh, Dr. Drew. You ever heard of
Somebody's got to pay that meter.
named Dr. Drew Pinsky?
Mm-hmm.
He told me to leave him. I used to call him every night. I worked at it's called the Muni Yard, and used to call him every night, and he got tired of me calling every night, so he said, we're gonna give you a rest and call him, give you some last advice here, and some of the kids.
Guys, I really do apologize, but I've got a previous commitment, and I've stayed a half an hour over.
Oh, okay.
Can you get one more song in?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, you got to go right now, ASAP.
Well, I was supposed to leave at 5. It's 5:35 now. So
can you play a goodbye ditty? Just a little ditty.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
And then last words and all that stuff.
Give us your plugs wherever you want us to catch
while
your
I
music
take your
and
picture.
Saturday, May 11th, down in Pacifica, which is only 20 minutes from downtown San Francisco. The band is doing our Ricky Nelson, Roy Orbison tribute show because their birthdays are at the end of this month and the start of next month. It won't be all their stuff, but we got to use some of my stuff. What is this plug? If you want to find me on socials, just do a search for Dave Crimmen. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Talk. Is that what it is? You know,
No, your breath is fine.
yeah. I'm out there, guys. Or you can go to my website, davecrimmen.com, and all the links are there.
And it's spelled just like right below them there.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, there you go. Oh, perfect.
You right there.
Life is good. Life is good. So, you know, guys, thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for
You know,
sitting
Thanks
next
for
to me.
coming.
Yeah, all right. So,
We're still
Go right
going.
ahead.
We're still
Yeah,
rolling.
You can absolutely still keep going.
can
We're
I
gonna keep
unplug
going.
without
He's
killing you?
gonna
Yes,
roll.
you can. Can you turn down number 8,
there.
please? All the way. Thank you, sir. Now you can unplug, sir.
I love this
You
man.
may unplug it.
Oh, clip for her.
Yeah, but we'll get that. And as Dave is leaving, we're gonna play a little bit of music as we're going out. I'm guessing because he has one more track in there that we never got to, and then we're gonna play
Cool.
your clip.
Yeah.
Where are we at? We're at 5:30.
Which is not going to be as good music. My
Oh,
clip.
there you go. So, let me see here.
Don't get
What do we got?
spoiled here.
Great follow up though. Yeah.
All right,
Nah.
so, here we go, and the last one is the Bel Air track.
Yeah, which I've got almost 60,000 streams on Spotify with this.
Ooh.
I've got a lot of fans in Norway and Sweden and Finland. Yeah, sure, you betcha.
You
I
also
love
give me
those
some
folks.
subs on YouTube.
So here you go.
One of these days, I want to beat Dana.
Go ahead
At
and turn
YouTube?
up your volume when
No.
you get a chance.
What is
One is turquoise blue, that's the only color for me. Shining chrome everywhere, so everybody can see. When I drive down the road, folks will stop and stare. I'll be passing them by with the wind in my hair in my 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. Yeah. White hot top, no posts on the side. Need a continental kid, that's my kind of ride. Come along with me, baby, if you dare. We'll be cruising down the street, I won't charge you fare in my 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. Well, I've been on that car, I dream about it every night. I'm gonna work real hard, save all my money, and get one that looks just right. You look like a star, I look like one too. Trust me, honey, what I say to you. It might cost a lot, but I don't care. It's like black slacks, cool shades, I wanna wear my 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. Ah, give me one with fins, baby. Well, I don't want that car, I dream about it every night. I'm gonna work real hard, save up my money, get one that looks just right. Well, you look like a star, and I look like one too. Trust me, honey, what I say to you. It might cost a lot, but I don't care. It's like black slacks, cool shades, I wanna wear my 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. My 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. Well, my 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. Woo-hoo.
Some old bed I'll not be sharing, 'cause I'm still single and I've got one silver dollar. But I'm not gonna let her catch me. No, that could be my issue. Not gonna let her catch midnight rider. And that's why I keep
Video now? Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
And I'm on.
Not yet. And here you go.
Hey.
There you go.
So So that clip was of me substitute hosting karaoke at Barrel Proof Lounge in Santa Rosa.
Okay, cool.
And Barrel Proof is pretty much a new comedy club that just commemorated 1 year. It's 1 year anniversary. It's got open mic comedy, and they just recently added karaoke. So I was filling in. I hate singing. I hate karaoke, but I love comedy. And if I'm on a comedy stage with a mic and a song is playing, I'll sing and I'll crack jokes about it and get the party going. So it was a lot of fun. It was high energy. That's going to be pretty much every Wednesday around 7:30 in the lounge. And they will also simultaneously have open mic comedy in the theater.
Wait, simultaneously? So at the
Yeah.
same time?
Same time, separate space, separate performance space. Open mic comedy in the showroom with the stage and doors that barely keep the sound out at the moment, but they're going to get that tightened up. And then in the lounge area, the karaoke party on Wednesdays.
Karaoke party in the back.
In the front.
Comedy,
Yes. Karaoke party in the front, comedy in the back. It is the entertainment mullet of downtown Santa Rosa. I know it needs a better moniker.
What do your parents think about this?
So my mom doesn't get humor. I've sent her clips of my comedy and she says, well, I don't understand the jokes, but you have good stage presence.
Well, that's nice. That's
I
what
know,
mom
she's
should
so
say,
sweet.
right?
Right? Yeah. So
Absolutely.
she watches all the late night shows. Every night she watches Colbert and Kimmel and Fallon and Seth Meyers and
Ray Gutfeld.
yeah, but she only watches the openings, and then for the interview she cuts out. And I go, why do you watch it if you don't understand humor? And she says that for the news.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's where she gets her news.
Really?
Well, that's
Yeah.
how everybody used to watch. That's why everybody used to watch like Carson and stuff, for the monologues.
But for her, not for the jokes,
Right.
because it's not funny
That's
to
how
her.
she knows it.
It's
But
for
she's
the
used
information.
information
You know,
that
yeah.
she's getting from it.
Yeah.
I recently started watching SNL, when they do the news.
Yeah, weekend update.
A weekend update. I've been watching it, realizing it's real news. I always
Yeah.
just thought it was made up, and there were just jokes they made up. Period. Like even the news was fake. I didn't realize
like the
till
Onion.
recently that it's real. They just make jokes about it.
Mm-hmm.
So all
Yeah.
this time, I never believed anything they were saying. I was like, this is stupid. They're just making up this. Come on. But then I realized,
Oh my gosh.
now that it's
That's so
real
funny.
news and they're making jokes about it, now it's actually funny. I get the humor.
I'm just imagining you walking through life when a news story comes up and you're like, oh yeah, that's a joke. That didn't really happen.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you thought it
I'm
wasn't
like,
real.
Now,
You must have had a lot of weird arguments
now
with people.
there were times where I was like, dang, how are they getting away with this? Then I was like, and I'm like, oh, it's real.
Well, of course, now the news is so absurd, it's hard to believe. It's real
It's
and
like
not a
that guy
joke.
that was eating that guy's leg.
Oh, can we not?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's amazing how it's bad enough that the guy got ran over by a train.
Oh, jeez.
But of course, it's alarming. So cops are coming, ambulance, everybody they got to deal with it. But no one was gonna think it would have been a crime scene to where the cop has to follow someone that just walked by and saw this leg laying there,
Oh,
and he was just gnawing on it like ribs on a stick or something like that. I think the bone was the stick. And the cop had to follow the guy and go, you're breaking the law here. This is illegal here. That's how we got the video, I think, was because the cop was slowly
the cop's body cam footage
like,
of the footage.
am I
No pun intended.
even as a cop, you're like, am I really watching this right now? This leg was, okay, this is a crime. Now I got to piece together how this is a crime.
Piece together the footage.
that guy is not the guy that killed this person. It was
Just
a
another
train.
piece in the puzzle.
I mean, is
Delay.
cannibalism its own
And I
standalone
think
crime?
that is. I think that is.
it
a-
is.
Its own standalone.
So,
Oh no.
so we've been
You
talking
don't
about
even have
Diddy.
a leg to
Who do
stand
you-
on with that
Who do you think is like the Diddy of comedy?
joke.
I don't know who the Diddy of Diddy is. I don't know what you would say he
So-
is.
Because he hasn't had his
As
day
an
in court.
impresario,
Comics
as
are
a
known,
what?
for like doing sexual favors for.
Oh, I'm
stage
not
time.
up to date on the story. So
stage
to
time.
remind the
And-
viewers of what happened
And
with
he's
Diddy.
one of these
Yeah.
people.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
one of these people that someone has done sexual favors for him to like put them in the music business. So who do you think is?
Oh,
that of
so
comedy?
I mean, isn't that just how all show business
I was
operates?
just
That's
gonna
what
say,
I
isn't
was
that
told.
All sex work.
That's
Not
what
the-
I was
not
told.
the- not
All
the
sex
business
and
part.
all show business. You do the favors and you get the
I don't
favor.
get that
I
vibe
don't know.
from Dave Chappelle. He's like one of the number one.
I mean, there's been enough comics that have been Me Too'd. Isn't it that, or is there a difference between what P Diddy did and what the
Maybe
comics have
comedians
been Me
don't find
Too'd?
I want to
themselves
keep throwing
that-
the word allegedly in.
Allegedly, what the rap is
Even-
now. Oh my
even-
gosh,
even
I
if you
can't help
think-
it.
Even if
What the
someone, you
rap
think someone's
is.
guilty, it's kind of like, man, I still would like to have my day in court before everybody jumps on the bandwagon.
It's all alleged.
I know how that feels. Ah, wink, wink, wink.
As he didn't wink.
So have you ever traded sexual favors for an appearance on this podcast? Because
Don't look at
dudes,
me like
it was not
that.
me. I just show up.
How
I
do you
don't
think
need to
could
do
afford
anything.
be here every week? I can't afford this. That's why he's always saying, how's he going to keep the place open? Sexual favors are.
You're
they
us.
don't come in the way
You're
of money, you know. So,
Yeah.
that's how you get.
so I get my.
So Paul,
Yes.
you're gonna have to come clean now.
Or
not
at least
illegal.
come.
It's only illegal.
Or just come. Just
It's
oops.
only illegal if I didn't.
This is now podcast
No,
after
but
dark.
actually, actually, that is funny because I realize there's a lot of people that usually I see it on social media. There's people that joke about being gay, and also the ones that joke around. You know, there's comedians that joke around like doing sexual favors for stuff, and it's always usually the gay that they're referred to. And I was thinking, actually, I was talking to Dana about this. If I did something like that, I think it'll be a whole different reaction. Why is that?
In what way would it be a
I'm
different
kinda
reaction?
confused. He's kind of skirting.
Yeah,
around.
you've lost
I
me.
think he's talking
If
about-
I were to joke about like,
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's okay. So
is it
that.
because I wear a straight price or what is it? What is it?
Okay, so what you're saying is that when homophobic comedians joke about that, it's like, haha, of course I wouldn't do any sexual favors with another guy. But if you did, people would be like, well, obviously he would do it.
No, I
'Cause
think what
you're
he's
fluid.
saying is, and it's true in comedy, and I think I'm going to answer your question. Is
I'm not gonna
that
correct you.
do you get a free pass if, let's say, you're a person of color making a joke about colored people versus like, or if you're a gay person making jokes about being gay versus, oh wait, hold on, you're straight and you're making jokes about gay people, so that's like homophobic,
Right.
and so that's a no.
Right. Is that what you're saying?
You can always make jokes about your own. And when I say your own, I mean whatever
Right.
that is. If it's
Right.
religion,
Like I can
color,
make Jewish and Catholic jokes,
It
just
could
like
even
on the
be your
Seinfeld
preference
episode.
for Chevys versus Fords. I mean, I'm not getting,
Like I could tell
yeah.
Prius jokes.
I've become a Ford man now. I never liked him, but I'm a Ford man now. Yeah, no, I just like to throw things out there, just like I do on the social media, see where it gets taken. Just like
well, if you're making jokes about a
just like
marginalized group that's not one of your own, that's where cancel culture comes in.
Yeah.
just
That
like,
summed it up pretty well.
Yeah, it's like the movie Taken. Like it's weird. Like I find
Certain
How is
set of-
it? How is it
certain-
connected?
He has a certain set of skills.
I find
That's my best Liam Neeson. Sorry.
I think we were talking.
Orange Day.
Yeah, it is Orange Day on that side of the
It
room
is
for
orange.
sure.
I
ASMR.
got some orange on.
Mm.
Yo,
Oh, it's now it's time for that segment you guys love so much. It's AMSR
So,
with
Sienna,
Sienna. Here we go.
you you not only you were in the dating for a bit, but also just doing the comedy. You get a lot of the guys with the trying to. I guess you have a presence on stage, and then they just want to take opportunity.
So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Yeah, I'm freaking still single for a reason, but I'm kind of picky. I spent most of my life with the wrong guy, so unless and until the apocalypse comes, I'm gonna wait. Yeah, and if the actual apocalypse. I can't say it anymore because it clips. If the actual apocalypse comes, sure, I'll bang the nearest fuckboy. But until then, I'm holding out for the right match. And they're just not trolling the comedy clubs.
So,
They're just not trolling.
So
you can't find a chuckle fund.
We could put it out there right now. You have, it's highlight you. Your kids aren't babies anymore. So
okay.
A guy
all right.
have
So
to,
apparently
this have to deal with babies.
Apparently, this is Sienna's spotlight for this is my video dating spotlight.
Yeah,
like back in the
Sienna.
Match.com days, or what was the one where you would record a video and send it on VHS?
That would be
That was
me,
before my
yeah.
time. Yeah.
I don't even remember those.
So at least the guy doesn't have to worry about babies. I think if I was dating a woman that would never work. If I had a woman that had babies, I love baby food. So
you'd be fed. You'd be fed out of two places.
I could eat with
3.
them. I like the little fruits and the Gerber thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. So I would probably not. I would probably take it in the other room though. I don't know if I really want to hang out with a baby.
You would need to. No, that wouldn't be a good look. That wouldn't be hot at all. If I were like feeding the baby and you at the same time, would not be hot. That would not be hot.
Yeah. But if I would think. Place it out there, but I'd still I don't want to be near the baby. They eat weird. I get stuff on my face, but when I look at a baby, I'm like, well, look at that thing over there.
It's really on their face. No, you're not that bad. You're just a little bit of dribbles, not everywhere.
I let it rip because I'm like, at least I'm not a baby.
Right. So in terms of why I'm still freaking single, I would just like to meet a normal age-appropriate guy, but apparently we're in California. There just aren't normal people. Maybe I'm not normal. I don't know. Normal people seem to kind of steer clear.
What's normal age appropriate?
Age appropriate would be Gen X, but the thing is, like, I would like somebody who has the level of energy I have, which is a crazy high amount of energy. Like, I am the Energizer Bunny. If the bunny were Jessica Rabbit and Energizer made the perpetual motion machine. Not a lot of guys like that around that have that level of.
Well, this is okay.
Well,
fitness,
they say when you pick out a pet that you're supposed to pick a pet at your energy
that looks
level.
like at your energy level.
Your energy level, because you
and
don't
a
want to
boyfriend
get a dog.
is a
You don't want
pet.
to get a pet or a dog. Let's say that. Oh yeah, he's really active. This will get me to be active.
Well, so
it's like you're trying to change your animal.
So
I'm not changing anyone. They got to come ready to go,
right.
I don't know if
ready
this
to wear.
works for women.
No IKEA men, no assembling.
But one time I was on one of those, you call them the dating sites. I put my guinea pigs. Obviously, this was a while ago because I don't have guinea pigs anymore. I put my guinea pig's picture as a profile picture, and
that's a swipe left. Sorry.
One best picture.
Best picture on what?
Got so many views.
The Oscars. Best picture.
Got so many views.
Which app?
I think it was before I met my one.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
so Cupid.
So for me, maybe OK Cupid. That's a funky one. That's funky. For me, you swiped right because he had a guinea pig.
No, I didn't see the guinea pigs. That's how
But that's what I'm saying. I could totally see that. I tried. Okay, so I started out.
I talked to on that though. Literally.
Aw, how long have you guys been together?
It'll be 3 years this year.
An OK Cupid success story.
Well,
So here's the problem.
I think Luckily, she still finds me attractive at the time. I thought it was just because I was a cripple.
Oh, you thought she just felt sorry
Wait,
for
really?
you.
Oh.
Couldn't tell from the
Aw.
thumbnail picture.
You answered me. Oh, sorry.
I still
By the
haven't
way,
shown
I
my.
just had my leg run over 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
That's normally a weird
don't. This
story
is your
from people.
video. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you find giggling from a guy to be sexy? Like if a guy just
There's so many different ways a
and then
guy
his
could
whole
giggle.
body just shakes and he's giggling and.
No.
If a guy laughs, I mean, you gotta laugh. First of all, okay, there's a number of things that happen for me
His
with
whole body
matches.
shakes, yeah.
I wish I could still talk about matches, but I ran out of them forever ago. Start on Bumble, 3 weeks of swiping, and they're all gone. There's just no more to swipe through. Same with Hinge, same with OkCupid. I tried Tinder, but there weren't enough chemical eyewash stations to keep me clean.
Back
Yeah, it
in
was
the day,
awful.
We had a thing called phone chat dating.
Oh yeah.
That was great. Me and my friends, we used to, which it sounds kind of weird now because me and my friends, we used to go to all the payphones and try and get the free trial. And then one time, I hopped over a fence, and my other friend hopped over a fence too. And then next thing you know, the police decided to go inside the fence and tell us we were trespassing. I didn't want to get off the phone. But once I did, it was awkward having to explain. Yeah, we're on this
Trying to date somebody
Yeah.
on a payphone.
trying to find our matches out there, officer. You know.
Yeah, so I'm just out of people to swipe left on. But back when I did have some people to go on unsuccessful dates with, there's got to be banter. It's got to be funny, and most of the time there'd be guys that just they weren't getting me at all, or we could talk a bit, but mostly I was entertaining them. And now I'm a stand-up comic. I could do it way more efficiently.
What do you like to date? Where this is for the people
What?
out there.
What do I like?
What are you like to date?
What am I like? Well, I'm pretty much this.
So
I'm
what you
going to
do is
talk. It's going to be fun. I'm the life of the party. We're going to go out and run around and not stop. And I'm not like, I don't drink and I'll take a drink every so often, but I don't. And that's the other thing. Every freaking person, and maybe this is you guys, which is fine, but not for me.
Not her.
Everyone
No,
seems to be a
at least not
pot
her.
smoking atheist.
Oh.
E&M with a DVRO. Yeah, and like great,
I don't
but
smoke, though.
well,
I don't
consuming.
want to tempt her with
Consuming.
age,
Yeah, and like
but
trust
no
me.
drinking. She doesn't do that.
Trust me, I want my musicians high. There's some people that need to friggin' be high all the time. That's fantastic, but I'm not gonna get a thought completed with these people for and I talk. I'm a talker. I would like to have a conversation with somebody on the same plane as me.
At least I think
It's hard
I
to
think
find.
my dad was a type. He was a smooth breakup guy. He's the type guy. Hey, I found someone new.
Mm,
Smooth.
just moving on.
All right,
Yeah, so time is up. They're kicking us off.
Well, we're about to end, and
So the only thing I have to plug
shout out
is
to you for letting me know recently that because your son is now an alcohol agent. That
oh, he's not. No, my son had signed up to be one of these undercover sting guys for cigarette sales before he was 18, and then COVID hit, so he never got to go on the ride-alongs.
Oh, okay, but okay, well, because of that info, it led to. Now I know it's not an actual crime if because
To
they're
not
sending
check
in
ID. It's
people that
only
are-
a crime to sell to somebody underage. It's
But
not
these-
a crime to fail to
so
check
these
the
people
ID.
that are sending in people as undercover, they're all over 21. So that's what a lot of
Yeah,
people
it's
might not
those
know out
are
there.
secret
And
shoppers.
that's some info for you, Paul.
Yeah, those are secret shoppers hired by the company to make sure the employees are doing their due diligence to ensure they're not selling to those underage.
All right, so this is we're doing our plugs and
Yeah,
so,
Barrel Proof Lounge, my
the
home
last
turf.
questions for you from our guests out there, since they were listening to you, and then we'll wrap things up. And I'll just let you answer. So, all right. So, 3 last question: have you ever had sex with a ghost? Are you into threesomes? And what would make it so you would have sex for money?
Oh, jeez.
Why? What? Okay, guys. Male comics don't get asked those kinds of questions, do they?
What's up
It's
with
only the female
What's up with
comics.
Every time I get on stage, they go, show me your
Only
boobs.
the female
Every time I
female
get on
comics.
stage, they go,
Show me your
boobs.
boobs. I know, right? Like
My
lift your
eyes are
shirt.
up here.
Him and Mark
Exactly.
Moyer, I mean,
Like those freaking who asked them? Were they all the same person?
There were two different people.
Two different people. Independently dirty people. On where? On YouTube? Who? On where?
Ghosts and
Messenger.
ghosts.
Messenger. The ghost question is intriguing. First of all, if I did,
Pick one.
how would I know? How would I, right? Maybe we're all having
Oh,
sex with ghosts
Oh,
every
speak-
night.
speak
There's
for
no
your
way to
vagina
know.
here, but-
There's no way to know. A ghost could be like straddling you all night long. You would never know.
Okay. I'm gonna.
That's
I'm
something
gonna
for you
take
to
from
sleep
this
on.
Show that ghosts are horrible with the sex. Okay. Question. So, I know a guy. His girl broke up with him because she didn't want to move. She said, "I want you to move in with me, or we're done with." But
She wanted him to move in or the other way around?
And they want to move in together. Now, okay, situation, I understand.
Gosh. Sorry
Until,
about
the thing is, she meets with her at her mom's house. He straight up said, I don't feel comfortable with that, but you can move in with me. What do you think? Are they fine? Should they,
Okay,
should
so
they-
this is a couple. The woman said, move in with me in my mom's house. The
Or-
guy said, just move in with me in my non-parent occupied
and she's-
place. And she said, nope, gotta be with mom.
So they should be broken up.
That sounds like a deal
Because he's
breaker.
negotiating, and she's
You
not
could
going
negotiate.
for it.
Did you get all your socials and plugs in wherever?
My
Right
socials
now.
are still on lockdown, but I frequent Barrel Proof Lounge in Santa Rosa, and you should too. They've got lots of comedy Tuesday through Sunday, and I'm there pretty much most days just hanging out and inserting myself into everyone's business, and it's a lot of fun. But I'm going back east for the next week, so I will be back at
Right.
Barrel Proof 2 weeks from yesterday.
And next week I have. Oh, this is a program because next week I have a friend of yours.
Yeah, Thornton McKay, who survived jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge, and he is now a stand-up comic. He'll be on.
I'm glad
And
you
then-
can stand up.
Yeah, I just thought that. Yeah, I was just thinking. And then I'm back on with you and a bunch of other comics
Charles Spade.
on April 22nd. Yeah, Charlie Spink will be on with me, and possibly Brant Ferguson from Barrel Proof, and possibly Melissa Bowman.
Oh, that's, okay, so party.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Luke.
Happy birthday.
And here's your
Yeah,
cat.
next
We're
week.
out.
There she goes.